Okay, 2005 Chevy Equinox replacing the thermostat. This is what the thermostat looked like. This is the old one. Took it out. See a little hole in there. You know, pieces ate up right there. Okay, anyway, so the quick simple thing, this is the exhaust pipe right here. Right next to the exhaust pipe, going into the engine, and this part right here, the thermostat is in here. Okay, now to get these bolts out, this is decent to get out, but the other one over there is hard to get out. So I'm gonna take y'all through all the pros and the cons that it took for me to figure this out. You got some people who doing tutorials on here about the 2005 Chevy Equinox, but it's different models of engines and stuff like that. You have some engines where this whole case is like this, and they have this encased in there, and the oil cap is in there. So you gotta take the oil cap off, and this is loose to take it off. This you don't need to take this cover off. Okay, you got some of them that the fit is not as tight, or you know, it ain't a lot of stuff up in here. So I took a lot of this stuff off, and you don't need to do all that. And part of the reason I took a lot of this stuff off because I ended up dropping the thermostat down there, and it got dark last night, and then I had to fish it out, and I thought I had to take all this off to get to it, but you know, this was a pain, but I ended up fishing it out and getting it. So anyway, the main issue I had yesterday, make sure when you putting the thermostat on that you put it in. Okay, you're gonna go in like that, and you want to make sure that it's flush straight, that the washer, this washer right here, it's not pushed out on one side. What had happened with the washer was coming off a little bit. See, I'm kind of pulling it off, and so I had to take it off to try to re-put it in there because this fits so tight, and I end up dropping it. Now, on the other end of this, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can come this angle. Okay, now the end of this bolt down here, this bolt goes into this part at the end, but it's not all the way, the screw's not all the way enclosed. It's a little piece on the end that the screw, pretty much you should be able to, after you take this screw out, you should be able to just pull it out. And some people, some videos show that they say that you can just do that, but they don't actually show them doing it. So I couldn't do it. I had to take the screw all the way out. Now you can take this screw out and lift this up, but this fit is so tight you can't get the thermostat in there like that with this, like right here. Like basically you can't put the thermostat in there while this is up and then bring it down because it's not enough room. So pretty much what you got to do is either sit the thermostat in here and then try to fit it in there somehow. But what I had to do was, or you can put the thermostat, like put it in there and kind of make sure it's flush, and try not to move when you put this pipe on. Put this pipe on the screw part, sit it on the screw part, the screw down here, like slide it on, and you gotta caddy corner it a certain way to where you go around the thermostat and then close it, but without like making it move. And then you gotta get this screw on. Now, here comes some of the hard part. Pay attention to these tips right here. Now, I seen a video saying you need a 30 millimeter, you know, socket for this, and you know it's true. This 30 millimeter, it fits it. Now, issue I had, it's no way to get this down there with this exhaust pipe. So this 1/2 wrench actually can fit this. The 1/2 inch. Bam. Now, when you're trying to take this off, you don't want to really try to come from this angle. It's hard, and I figured that out. Now, it's easier to come just from the top. Now, I done took this loose. This connects to the battery. This connects to the battery. So this might have made it move over a little bit. So I don't know if I was able to get in there easy because of this. You know, that might be more so like that. But still, I think you can still get in there better from the top. Now, this is kind of a pain because it's so wide. So what I did was put the vice grip on it, open the mouth wide, and I'm gonna tighten this. And as I tighten it, it should close the mouth on it, which in turn will close the end of the clamp, which will in turn open it up more. Let's see. Now, this was a pain to get off. Hopefully it's easier to put on. Gotta go all the way. There we go. Now, almost. Tighten this up some more. Gotta bring some reinforcement in. I gotta use some pliers. I'm gonna use these to turn it. It's getting too tight to turn it with the hand. Bam. Now I could just take the vice grip off, but I don't want it to do something crazy, so I'm just slowly loosening it. Basically, all I was doing was tighten this up when it got too hard to tighten it with my hand. Now that's it right there. Get this off, put the thermostat in there, flush, tighten it up, put it on. Now look, it was a learning curve. I learned this. Now if I know what I know now, when I first started this, it would have been easy, because when I initially took this off, I thought this was glued on, and so after I got through all this, I said, you know what, I'm gonna figure this out. So I got like one of these chisels and kind of just reached under there, I thought it was a chisel. Pretty much I just scooped it up a little bit and got it off like the track and slipped it off. And now you have to drain your antifreeze out. You drain the coolant out. Put it like a bucket or something under there. You got pets or something, you don't want to get to it. I'm not going. And then you don't want all the chemicals and stuff that's on the ground. Now, if you do this the right way, take this off and get it off, like the antifreeze will start coming out. But if you could get it off quick enough, you could probably slip it off and hold the hose up and leave it up here and not lose it all. But I don't know. By the time you do that, you probably leaked out. But anyway, so you would have air in your antifreeze. See, I already got all the antifreeze gone. But if you didn't, when you first start on it, you want to take this cap off. Then you want to start working on here. Then once you put the other antifreeze back in or whatever, and you get how much you want in there, then you want to let the car run for 10 to 15 minutes to get any air bubbles out. So pretty much that's how for the thermostat. Let me see. These wires right here hooked to the computer. You know what? We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, that's done. All right.